Yo, you wanna learn how to do
Freaking
infinite?
What's up, Melee Masters, Guilty Goons? I'm making this video off the back of two things. One, obviously the new Guilty Gear Strive trailer just dropped, where they showed off like some of the new game modes and whatnot. Then there was also this Brian F video I found. So I was watching this Brian F video and he was talking about rhythm in fighting games, and more specifically he brought up a couple of tweets. Yeah, so here's this chip combo in excerpt, and it's kind of like set up like a DDR or like a Guitar Hero type of a rhythm game. In the video he was talking about how it'd be cool if fighting games had something similar to this within them. I'll put a link to the original video and the tweets down in the description below, but you know, that got me thinking. Why stop there? For this I want to take a look at the greatest fighting game of all time. Now, you might be wondering, how on earth is this a fighting game? More on that in a minute. At World Tour, they actually added this music studio mode where you could create your own songs and then post them online for others to download. This created like a fun, constant stream of content. You know, you could like rate songs like stars and share your own and whatnot. It was really neat. And so I want to go back to the chip combo here. I think we can all pretty much agree this is like really cool as a concept. This would be like really dope if this were an actual game mode, like an extension of like mission mode or something. But what if people were able to go into training mode and turn their own custom combos into a combo trial like with this format here, and then post them online for other people to play and like enjoy? If I'm not mistaken, TFH actually does this. I think they do something similar where you can literally like download combo route notation and like import it into the game, and then it'll like will show you even a little preview of what the combo should look like, and then you kind of just can like go from there. So imagine kind of combining that with this sort of DDR slash Guitar Hero type of notation. I think this would be crazy good for a number of reasons. One is it would add a lot more single player content to the game. Granted, file share feature would technically rely on the internet to, you know, download new combo routes and whatnot, but even then I think being able to, you know, record your own combos and then play them back would be good for building consistency. But with the power of the internet, there's so much more content and cool combos to find and experiment with. I can see all the YouTube thumbnails now. Good old "this combo killed me," pog face, arrows, hashtag combo trials. I don't know, I know I'd enjoy it. Second is that not only would it be good for like combos, but it'd be cool for learning setups or just, you know, learning characters in general. For example, I know that Eddie / Zato in +R has this unblockable setup. Imagine if you could just go to the file browser or file share or whatever and just type Eddie unblockable, then just find like a bajillion different setups into the unblockable. I don't know how to do the setup myself. I don't know if there's like a specific way that you have to do it, if there's even multiple ways to combo into it, but I think you guys get pretty much the idea. I think it'd be cool to like lab out consistent like frame perfect stuff too. Like frame perfect punishes, or just like, you know, getting consistent on links. And then of course there's a classic, if you want to learn an infinite, boot up the file share and search. Boom, you got yourself in a tutorial on an infinite. Now at this point you might be thinking, Lee, you still haven't explained how Guitar Hero is a fighting game. And to that I say, it was a bait. It was a bait and you were too smart to take it. And as a reward, I will leave you with this. My closing thoughts. A lot of new players seem to think that the hardest part of a fighting game is, oh, you know, learning these crazy combos and this, that, and the other. I don't really think that's the case. And I have like a whole separate video that I'm going to do about like why your friends don't play fighting games, quote unquote. But essentially, regardless of what I think, if a new player isn't interested in picking up a new fighting game or just a game in general because they think that's the hardest part, who am I to tell them that they're wrong? If they fully believe and decide that combos are the most difficult part of the game and decide not to play because of that, I think by turning learning combos into like a mini game that's like rhythm based for new players, they'll feel more inclined to keep playing. Not only that, they're not going up against another person when they're testing their combos and the execution out and figuring all that out, so they're not getting like blown up by infinites and resets and whatnot. It's just a pure rhythm game at this point. And so that may encourage them to actually try these combos out in a match where they will begin to understand other aspects of the game that they're playing. I guess it's kind of like a side note to all this. I could see this also being like having exponential returns for the devs. Say you look at all the amazing work Arxis has done for like combo trials and tutorials and whatnot in games like Exert. In Exert, they even like kind of teach you like matchups, character specific stuff and whatnot, how to like play against certain characters. But by having a searchable index of content like this created by the community, you're drastically reducing like the workflow that the devs actually themselves would have to do. And again, I don't know what it's like trying to implement something like this into a game. I'm not going to try to posit or claim that I do know how difficult or easy it would be, but I just imagine like in the long term I could see this, you know, being a bit beneficial in that regard. Of course, currently we have like character guides on YouTube stuff and whatnot, and then we have like Twitter tech and whatnot. So all this isn't really like new per se, but it's kind of just like putting it all together in one spot within the game itself that acts as like a resource for players to, one, just have more content, and then two, actually learn the game at a deeper level. Yeah, I kind of just wanted to share this idea about like taking the concept of this this DDR or whatever and combining it with like a file share that is like community driven. I think that'd be really cool, but I don't know. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. So anyways, that's the video. Go follow these dudes on Twitter. Good old tweetskis. Also be sure to check out the Brian F video. But if you like Guilty Gear and Melee, hang around the channel. I do pretty consistent plus R tournaments in the Discord as well as Melee events, so all that information is going to be in the description down below. Anyways, I'm out of here, guys.